What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Cities Skylines. I look forward to diving into this next little subdivision we have. This isn't really a subdivision at this point. This is like a very, very real city division. Like, this is a big-ass grip of land right here that we're developing, and it's looking pretty good so far. It's looking pretty good. They got a dead guy on the roof of this building for some reason. Went up on the roof and died. He didn't want to die in his room. He went up on the roof and he just went, ah, and he died with his face in the sun. He'll make for a nice sun mummy. I don't know if you knew that, but if you're in the desert, there's not enough moisture in the air for you to decay properly. So unless things eat you, you become like a sun mummy. I've found dead things in the desert, and they don't seem to decay very well. They just become like these weird leathery carcasses, assuming nothing eats them. Obviously, that's the second part. If you got like roving coyotes all over the place, them eyeballs be gone in like 5 minutes. But anyways, back to the subject at hand. Animals love eating eyeballs. Apparently, they're delicious, and we're all missing out somehow. I don't know. I've never eaten an eyeball of any animal, so I'm not really sure exactly what an eyeball would taste like. I would stay away. The texture seems like it would be off. Like chewing a rubber ball, maybe like a squishy rubber ball with maybe like, I don't know, some deviled ham in the middle or something. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. Like the same consistency as a hard-boiled egg, possibly. Like that's what I imagine like an ostrich eye would have the texture of as like a hard-boiled egg. You're like, meh. And then like once you're in though, it depends on the flavor, I guess. We got any fire trucks coming out here? I like how there's people just like watching. They're like, whoa, Sophie Hunter loves fire. That's what we learned today. There are little hoses coming out of the truck through the grass. All right. Well, hopefully they save the building. For right now, we have serious commercial needs, and so I think we're going to jump in on those for right now. We've got that right there. We'll put in some high density right here. I think we'll probably back off. Well, do I have any extra areas that I haven't hit yet with the old painty tool? Well, it looks like with my painty tool, I haven't been able to smear paint anywhere that I wanted to, and so let's go. We'll do a little bit of low density right there. We'll do a little bit more high density on this end, although on this side I may be putting in roads, so I don't know exactly how that's going to work. We may have to bulldoze some stuff in just a little bit. That should get our meter down on this side slightly. There's medium demand. That looks like very, very little demand. The glass is definitely way lower than half empty, so I don't know where they're coming from with that, but either way, let's get some road placed in. We'll go with a large road for, actually, let's just go with a 4-laner, I guess. We've got an intersection right there already, so I think we could afford to have one right here. And if we take that down, we could just have a second single lane road in here that will take that out perfectly fine. Getting a feel for how the guidelines work now, too. It only took me like 30 episodes. How amazing is that? My magical understanding of the guidelines has finally come to fruition. Hooray! Joy! Everyone cheer. You don't have to watch me be stupid anymore. There it is. On top of that, we go, okay, everything's looking good on this side. Why are you guys having trouble updating? I think it's just creeping along slowly. It takes a while. Alright, well, whatever. That should work out okay. On the left-hand side, we got that. Okay, let's put in a little bit more suburb over here. I think, I don't know if I should run more highway off this way. Like, when do you get to buy more plots of land? Oh, good. We can buy more plots. Not right now. That's disappointing. I want to buy more plots. Give me more plots. I want to plot like Machiavelli. Or plot like, I don't know, Sir Isaac Newton. Did Sir Isaac Newton do a lot of mathematical plotting? I think he did. It's the guy that invented calculus. That was Isaac Newton, right? It's been a while since high school. I can't remember who made calculus. Pretty sure it was Sir Isaac Newton. Calculus! Although they'd been doing it over in the Middle East for a long-ass time before that, hadn't they? I don't know. I'd have to look it up now. Now I'm all confused. All of my factoids are running together, and I can't decide which ones are the proper ones. What's going on back here? What's up with these orange crates back behind every building? Like you guys just got airdrops. Because that's what's happening over here. You guys calling in airdrops. I like how there's little advertisements on the side of the buildings, although I wish they were different on every building. I wish they moved around a little bit. If you start looking at all the buildings, they get a tad uniform. Especially when they accidentally grow side by side like that right there. Got another fire going on this side. I should probably update this to a 6-lane road. I'm going to keep an eye on the traffic, but I gave myself enough space to where these can become 6 lanes with grass on the side if they need to. So we'll just watch for it. We will definitely watch for it. These roads are all looking nice and covered on that side. Cool. Getting slightly better at the game. I mean, not like a lot better, but a little bit better. How is our subway tunnel functioning? Let's keep an eye on it. It looks like it's drawing in a lot of people. Where do they go when they get down to the bottom of the stairs? Do they just vanish? Oh my. It's just belching forth humanity. Blah. Where is... While we're on the question, why do cars come out of here? That's still concerning to me. Like, watch, a car will come out the next time. Go ahead. Just keep an eye on it. Look, cars will come out. See, a car just came out of it. That yellow car right there came out of the subway. I don't know if maybe it's coming from the financial news place. Maybe it's coming from the financial news place. Seems possible. We're making a lot of money right now. We should probably get going, like, I don't know, either making more or B, just expanding further. So we need more office buildings. I think this is looking like a magnificent place to put more office buildings. So in they go with my painty tool. There it is. Sometimes you just got to get paint on your tool and just, like, see what magical creations you can throw out there. And I think this creation is going to be very, very magical. I am pleased with it. On that side, there it is. We got a lot more people going into town from this side, so we may have problems on this side unless I expand out this road slightly. I don't know. I want to keep everybody away from this roundabout if I can. So instead, I may develop down this way over the next little bit. And so maybe there's an intersection right there, there's an intersection right there, but this intersection on this side doesn't really get much play. So maybe draw that across to this side and just like hope that it works out. I think they'll just breeze the intersection if there's nobody else there. Oh no, they actually stop. Okay, so it's a stoplight, so that's problematic. I think I might be creating too much traffic along this side, too close to the freeway with too many intersections, so I may bulldoze this right here. And then once I've taken that back, we'll just leave that how it is. I'm pleased with it. It works for me. Let's get rid of some of these extra power lines because we'll be developing these in just a second. We need more commercial needs, so obviously I'll do my best to fulfill those real fast along the edges of town. There we go. Yep. Awesome. And so now that that's been covered, we'll start thinking about future residential needs. We'll leave this as suburb out here for a bit. So we'll sort of have this like taper off along the edges of town towards suburb. And right where it gets polluted, we'll start putting in the workplaces again. There we go. Unfortunately, you can't like scroll and hold down the click and have it just fill in stuff while you go sideways like this right here, because it goes too fast and it makes weird things happen. Where are all the garbage trucks? Who is picking up the trash? Probably nobody. In all fairness, I can't tell you on that one. Where's the place? Where's it all piling up at? Oh wow, there's a lot of sickness going on up here. There is a lot of sickness taking place. I don't know, maybe we're going to get some ambulances out here. Let's take a look at the ambulance situation out on this side. I think we had a little clinic and we had a big hospital, so that's maxed out. And then we had a little clinic over here on this side. There it is. That one's almost maxed out. It might be a wise idea then to just take a second. It's also the traffic, too, is going to cause problems. I bet the ambulances are getting caught up right here. Yep, there they are right there. Ambulances are getting caught up in traffic, so it might help to maybe drop in. Where's the big guy at? The big guy's all the way down to the south. Might help to drop one right there. And one right there along those bigger lanes. Just so while we're planning on it, yeah, there it is. It instantly jumped up to 10. Did you see that right there? It dispersed right there like flies bursting from a carcass. Just like, bazaar! Like, unleash the EMTs! They're all running around being muscly and shit. I don't know. Every EMT that I know is like buff as hell and like spends all his time at the gym. That's like, I only know 3 or 4, but they're all pretty yoked because they gotta lift like people all day, every day. And so that's kind of a big deal. Wow, I probably should have stayed ahead of this right here. I may have made a mistake with all this. Our population density might be hurting us. We'll drop one in right there too. Deploy! Deploy! Are you gonna deploy or are you not gonna deploy right now? If you're not gonna deploy, I'm not gonna put faith in you anymore. I'm just gonna stop believing and then you can deal with the deficit with terms with the king residents. Are they really though? Are they really kings? We got a lot of, there we go, a lot of EMTs going out trying to help out right here. That one's still at 9 out of 10. We got 3 patients been picked up. It looks like things are getting better right now. I am seeing a lot of upgrading taking place. So that might be due to the fact that healthcare has now arrived on spot. May want to put in another fire truck too back up in here just in case. Got no fire trucks in here either. Alright, more fire trucks. Expand the fire corps. So there it is. The fire corps hath been expanded. Did I never run? Oh, I never ran bus routes up and in here too. I should probably do that. Be cut down a little bit on the traffic here. So let's start a line right there. Go down to the end, I guess. We'll add a stop on that street, even though that's a terrible plan. We'll add a stop right there. Take that one around. We'll add a stop right there. Stop in the name of buses before, well, I was going to say break a fart, but every time I've been on a bus, it smells like farts. Is that just me? I don't know. Buses always smell like farts. I feel like there's always that dude up on the bus who's just like, meh, 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 meh. It's like cracking them off nonstop. You're like, dude, what are you doing right now? Public space, man. Public space. And he's like, that's half the fun. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Smells like a skunk's colon back here. My God. Yeah, definitely having some issues with the basic services. This idiot that can't decide which way he wants to go on the road, and so he just flips around in the middle, causing all kinds of traffic jams and shit. Luckily, people just seem to be phasing straight through him like it doesn't even matter. I may have gone big on this one a little bit too far. Oh, we're backed up onto the freeway, too. Yikes. We may have to rethink the cornhole. The cornhole is causing me major pain and suffering. Like, very real, very major pain and suffering. Maybe... Well... I need schemes right now, and I really don't have any. Unfortunately, this traffic cannot continue. If it's back out onto the freeway, that's no good. Like, essentially, that forces me to oversaturate with services, which then makes the problem worse. So... while we consider... honestly, I may just bulldoze this entire area. Industry is making a lot of money from right there. But until we have a more reliable way for them to get to the freeway, because unfortunately what you want to do, I think, is if you're going to have an area like that, oh wow, we're doing all kinds of crazy stuff over here too. What's going on this side? What happened right here? This wasn't here before. What is going on that side? How very, very odd. So why is that all backed up? What caused traffic to increase from off screen? Because these cars are coming from like nowhere, just like over here. Are they all trying to go anywhere specifically? So we got a lot of people trying to get off right here to get on the freeway to go over there, which means that we can alleviate the pressure a little bit. Well, we can't alleviate right there. This freeway is just trouble. Freeway is just trouble. Well... we could go backwards on the cornhole right now. Or we could just leave things as they are. I don't know. We got a lot of bad buildings out here. Let me see if I can fix these up. Oh, I bulldozed the wrong house. Has that ever happened before? A guy shows up, bulldozes wrong house. I'm sure that's got to be in a Reuters article somewhere. Alright, little houses over here. Do a little bit of the old hunt and peck to make sure that not all of these are abandoned. Basically raise the housing values for the neighborhood so that these people can expand a little bit further and make their houses nicer. On this side, we got a couple more up and in here. Get rid of that corner house. We got you right there. Okay, looking good. It's weird because the other traffic's okay. It's just this guy right here that's really sort of making this nastiness. Where are they all trying to go right now? Let's watch some of these ambulances. They're all trying to go this way. Which means I think that what we need is another road to go straight through the center right here. And that might help out. So if I go through like so, let me pause the game real fast. There it is. And if I take this road right here, and I force it to go all the way through to right there, we reconnect that, we reconnect that. Let's see if that helps out at all. That'll give a lot of these cars an alternate route so that they can divert that way through the center of town, because they're all trying to get to this road right here right now. And I don't know why specifically they only is, maybe because it's the only way to get out here to the suburbs possibly. It's hard to tell without knowing the exact destination that all these cars are going. It doesn't look like they're going out to the suburbs. It's pretty tame out there. So why are all of these just like, let's follow the traffic, shall we? So we got trucks going out that way. We stop at the stoplight, and they head out to the edge of town. I think it's mostly just the cornhole. It's adding too many trucks that I don't know how to deal with. Pretty sure that's what it is. And so I may de-zone this up and in here. Unfortunately, de-zoning the cornhole is something that's looking like it might have to happen. So let's de-zone all of this. We're going to take a big hit on cash right here. It is gonna suck. But unfortunately, we've got to get this industry situated closer to the freeway. Otherwise, it'll never function properly. Either that or I should have set up train tracks or something along the way. But I just never feel like I have room for the train tracks that we're designating. That should kill a fat chunk of the traffic right there. And then if I have to, I'll destroy this right here so that these guys can't get through anymore. We'll leave the freeway for shits and giggles. Just leave the shiggles there for now. But since the cornhole's gone, we're going to take a financial hit. That's for sure, but it actually doesn't look like it's that bad. We didn't actually take that big of a hit, so I guess it probably wasn't paying out that well. Let's go back to the cornhole, and we'll get rid of you here, so that you no longer exist in my realm. For I no longer love thee. The cornhole is destroyed. And so now we just have another area that is ripe for, I suppose, development. It looks like it got rid of a bunch of the trucks coming from that direction, which should free this up pretty substantially, I think. It's also, is that just oh, it's a one-lane road right there. Oh my god, so that's the problem. There's just a one-lane road on that side. No wonder it's bogging down, because you got 3 lanes worth of traffic going into 1 lane's worth of... At the bare minimum, I can push this back a little bit further so that the traffic takes place over here. Can I relocate these? I'm just going to bulldoze them. I don't need them anymore, and they're in the way. It upsets me, and I no longer want them to exist in my world. I'm doing an inverse Little Mermaid right there. Okay, and so that's looking alright. That should free up a little bit. Yeah, that's looking a little bit nicer. We got too many intersections right here, unfortunately, which is why you're getting banged up right here. You got too many people stopping in short proximity, but that seems to have helped out a little bit. We're not, like, back out onto the freeway anymore, which is what I was really, really worried about. So anyways, I think it was just the excess trucking coming through here. Even though I designated this, I said this was a no heavy traffic zone. I don't know what happened right there. I don't know if they just do it anyways because they feel like it. Even so, re-diverting may have been causing the problem at this intersection. I don't know. Industry makes a lot of trucks. That's what I learned today. On this side, there's just no way to fix it, not without decommissioning like everything in this area. If I got rid of my entire industrial section, we might be able to fix that up. But other than that, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of options available. It's going to be like, you know when you get a game and you go to the options and it's like totally empty except for like VSync? I hate that graphically. That's basically what happened with our options up in that area. It's very, very streamlined. Very, very streamlined. Let's see. Well... with these little roads up and in here, let's see what we can accomplish, shall we? We'll take this down to there. And while we are in the realm, we'll swing that off into the side. This should allow me to line up fairly simply, and we'll just make like another suburban development track down in here. With the traffic this will generate if you make it into a... come on. I believe in you right now. I believe in you. I mean, technically I could just do this right here. Ugh. Stop jumping around on me. There it is. That looks nice. I mean, it looks about as good as everything else I've designed in the game. It looks sort of mishmashed. No lie. It looks sort of mishmashed, but I think it works. Eventually. It'll work at the end of the day. Over here in our trucking firms, they appear to be doing okay. I could add another on-ramp right here just to alleviate a little bit. Give them access from that side. So there it is right there. Just in case the trucks decide they want to jump onto the freeway and go elsewhere. Still have a little bit of traffic right here, but it's not so bad. I think we can make it work. This is still a no heavy traffic zone. Like, I know for a fact I put that in. I said no heavy traffic, so what are you doing right now with all this heavy traffic? Like, I'm looking. No heavy traffic. I know I saw a truck in there somewhere. Maybe they are listening and I'm just bad at the game. Possible. I'm just glad that the traffic's flowing again. We were able to isolate the point at which things were falling apart and glue it back together Humpty Dumpty style. I mean, it doesn't look as good as it did previously, but gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. I'll probably put a clinic on this corner, too. Just so these people can get serviced, like, in the way that they need to, because I don't want ambulances coming all the way up from over here just to get stuff done. This area should be completed. It should be done. It should be finalized. This area is looking solid. Finalized. Got nothing going on down and in here until I close the game and open it again. Everything looks really solid and sorted out, in fact. So I think the game just, like, re-adds a whole bunch of problems. Every time you save, exit the game, and come back. I told you I can't prove it, and I stick by that. I still can't prove it, but it seems like that's the way that it functions. We are going to have some serious traffic problems down in here. Well, I guess bring them on, I suppose. Go for a little bit more workable space down and in here. That should help us get this rather threatening and terrifying orange meter back in sort of flaccid, because right now it's extending towards us and it makes me feel nervous, feel self-conscious about it. 12% full, we'll have that offload so that this place can have a little bit more trash to burn. Burning trash has got to smell awful. I've been to the landfill many times over the course of my life. Oh, we made it to 100,000 people. Cool. We're moving on along. That's pretty awesome. That's exciting, though. That's a milestone to hit. And then on the left-hand side, I don't know what I want to do over and in this region. Maybe just some more suburb down and in here. I don't want to go high density anymore just because it's not super reliable. What it does is it generates a lot of traffic, and I'd rather stay away from that for right now. Got a couple of abandoned buildings right here that I would love to no longer be in the vicinity of, and so let's destroy those. Our hobo motels here. Alright, although there is a difference between a homeless person and a hobo. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but if you call somebody a hobo just because they're homeless, the nomenclature is wrong, actually. A hobo is somebody that stands for homeward bound. It's somebody that's traveling, so somebody that rides the rails, a migrant, a vagrant, essentially, would be a hobo. But somebody that just, like, lives under a bridge and is homeless, that's not a hobo because he's not going anywhere. Technically, you have to be in transit in order to be a hobo, meaning you're going somewhere. Anyways, my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Cities Skylines. I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody, and hi-do.